What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hanime Fan Club. I'm your host, Shpimpasta, and joining me today is, of course, none other than...
me, the co-host, Hodor.
Exactly.
Now, let's start with the classic Star Wars meme.
Yes.
You see a dark figure once more, standing away from a woman you recognize as Padme. It's a dark look in his eyes as they start talking to Padme.
I killed them. I killed them all. They're dead. Every single one of them. But not just the men, but the women and the children too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them!
Wow. That was not like it was more emotional than funny.
Hey,
that was pretty good.
It is what it is.
That was pretty good, man.
Was it good? Was it good?
Yeah.
Alright, great. Fantastic. Now let's start the actual podcast. Speaking of Star Wars, because that was just a Star Wars meme, a couple weeks ago, 1 week ago as of recording this, a couple weeks ago as of releasing this, the Anime Expo Light event happened, where obviously there was a JoJo panel, which announced a future JoJo event that's going to be held on August the 8th. However, that's not what we're here to talk about. There was another panel, which was talking more in depth about a Star Wars anime called Star Wars Visions. Now, we've heard about this anime previously, a couple, towards the beginning of 2021. Yeah. However, this was our first big look. We got to see some footage of the anime, and we got to know some of the studios involved, because essentially what this anime is going to be, it's 9 episodes long, and each episode is essentially a short film telling its own unique story that's contained in one episode and unrelated to the other episode. And what's really cool is that essentially each episode will be animated by a different studio. That being said, though, Studio Trigger actually is animating they're doing 2 episodes, but everything else is just other random studios. And I think this is really fucking epic for a couple of reasons. First of all, we both absolutely love Star Wars, so just getting more stories in the Star Wars universe that take place like in the Outer Rim or like in all kinds of weird places in time and parts of time is super fucking cool. I'm really excited. Like, any new Star Wars content that I can get is amazing. And I feel like Star Wars fans are eating pretty good now. You know, obviously the new movies that Disney made were kind of shite, but Rogue One was pretty good. But that being said, though, we just got the Bad Batch, and now we're getting this towards, I think in September, I believe, which is super fucking epic. Now, as I mentioned, Studio Trigger is doing 2 of the episodes. One of them is about two twins, and one of them ends up being a Jedi, and the other one ends up becoming a Sith, and they have to fight and shit. Now, I don't know anything about the story besides that, obviously, but I'm hyped for all of the episodes, but especially the Studio Trigger episodes, because Trigger is one of my favorite fucking studios of all time. You know, they've done shit like Kill la Kill, which is genuinely in my, I don't know, it's in my top anime of all time. I fucking love it. Especially the animation, which is something that I'm really looking forward to, because imagine just getting, this super fucking cool, and super clean lightsaber battles. Ooh. It will be unlike anything we've seen before. It's gonna be, I'm so fucking hyped. How are you feeling about this?
I'm super hyped, seriously. I mean, we have eaten good, with Star Wars The Clone Wars. Bad Batch, not out, this is just more excellent Star Wars content. And first and foremost, we don't know if this is just like a Sword series, but we will not know if actually they were like, oh, let's do a more Star Wars vision, because it's like, oh, that was pretty popular, let's release more content that. Or, even more possibly, hopefully, they will have side stories like, oh yeah, I found this most interesting, so let's do you get the side story, you can do your own animated series about that. Yeah. So you can explore times before, like Clone Wars, Republican era, or in the Galactic era. They can explore pretty much everything. Yeah. And that's so amazing. That's one of the best thing about Star Wars. I think
it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
It is so fucking good. Yeah, I'm just so fucking excited because I don't know. I feel like there's just so much potential because when in the panel they essentially said that Disney came to these studios and said, "You guys have complete free creative control." Disney did not say you have to make a story about this or that. They said just make a short story in the Star Wars universe, period. It can be on any planet, it can be in any time period, just fucking go ham, because they just thought that, like, you know, animation, and especially Japanese anime, there's so much potential for storytelling that is often missed with, like, Western cartoons and stuff. So I'm just so fucking pumped, and, like, a lot of the footage that we got to see on the panel, like, first of all, the Studio Trigger stuff just looks fucking sick, and then they showed from another one where the art style and, like, the architecture and shit that was it looked very much like it was kind of like a samurai anime, but in the Star Wars universe. Like, they had, like, East Asian style temples and it just looked so fucking badass.
Actually, they have actually done this before.
Yeah.
If you remember have you seen Samurai Jack?
Seen what?
Samurai Jack.
Oh, Samurai Jack. Yeah, that shit's epic.
They did Star Wars Clone Wars animated series.
Yeah.
That was before. The Clone Wars, there are two stuff, like, both are super good. But the first one you should watch for the animation and plus General Grievous, because he's badass in that. I mean, also you can watch it all on YouTube pretty much.
That is epic.
I not think it's legal, you know, but,
but
it's not illegal for us. Because,
yeah.
But it's amazing to watch. Seriously, it's just extremely good action.
Yeah, definitely.
But I still think Clone Wars is better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So okay, guys. So I'm currently looking through the fucking, what's it called?
The list of studios, or?
The list of episodes. So the first episode is called The Duel, and it's done by the production company Kamikaze Douga. And I was like, what the fuck have they done? And I went to their Wikipedia. This is the production company which is responsible for the opening of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Parts 1, 2, and 3. Like that CGI opening. Imagine if they make a Star Wars episode like that. Like, that's gonna be so fucking badass. Like, especially as a JoJo fan, those openings are, like, among the coolest fucking openings I've ever seen. On the Wikipedia page, it says that this studio prides themselves in doing that kind of animation. So if they make a full fucking series that looks like that, that's gonna be sick as hell. I think that's gonna be so cool.
The opening can be super good. Like, seriously.
Yeah. 100%.
That's the question. How do you think they will do the opening? Do you think they will have an intro, or do you think they will only have, like, just introduce it?
What do you mean?
Like, how they will introduce the story? Like, would they have an opening like classic anime?
I don't know.
They Clone Wars, like, or blah blah blah? Or
I think there might be an opening.
Yeah, I think it depends also which period they choose, because if they choose the Clone Wars, most likely they will use, like, the voice. I would myself use it if it was the Clone Wars time, because it's pretty perfect.
Yeah, fair enough. Then the second episode is done by Geno Studios. The episode is called Lop and Ocho, and Geno Studios is a pretty new. I think they were founded in, like, 2015, but they've done Golden Kamuy, which is really good, and they've done Pet, and that is fucking sick. I think that both of those are really good. I mean, this is like a very new animation studio, so we'll see what happens.
New can also be good.
But the things that they've done are really fucking solid, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Man. If you remember also, I think also we don't need to worry about so much as budget here.
Yeah, they've got a fucking crazy budget.
Yeah, because I think Disney will just pay them. That's pretty much, because this is pretty much a way for Disney to get a lot of people to subscribe to Disney Plus.
Yeah, exactly. They're definitely gonna want to make sure that every single episode is as good quality as possible, because, well, they're gonna want to fucking, get more Disney Plus purchases and shit. Then the third episode is done by Studio Colorido, which is also founded in 2011, so it's also relatively new. They've done shit like A Whisker Away, Burn the Witch from 2020 was really fucking good. Pokemon Twilight Wings, apparently.
What?
Yeah, and now they're doing fucking Star Wars Visions, so I'm fucking looking forward to that as well. But here, episodes 4 and 5, The Twins and the Elder are both done by Studio Trigger. Now, as I already said, I fucking love Studio Trigger. They are an extremely talented studio who have made some fucking top tier anime. Here, let me just give you guys a little thing. I'm gonna show you guys what they've made. They made Kill la Kill. They made Little Witch Academia. They did make Darling in the Franxx, although that was a co-production. Visually speaking, Darling in the Franxx is fucking amazing. They've done BNA, which is fucking great. SSSS Gridman. Like, all of these are fucking great. They've got, like, a crazy-ass fucking track record. Trigger makes top-tier shit, is basically what I'm trying to say. Especially when it comes to visuals. So, fuck, man. I'm excited for those 2 episodes.
Also, you know the Colorado studio? I just searched up Pokemon Twilight. Look at this, how fine that is.
Oh, that is really
That's
good.
just beautiful.
Yeah.
Seriously. I don't know if you will like put a picture up just fast, but I will actually probably want to watch this because that just look beautiful how they designed that art. Seriously.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's gonna be probably a good just to watch probably. Actually, if they bring the same like quality animations.
Yo, holy shit! Okay, I didn't even realize this. Okay, so the 6th episode, called The Village Bride, is done by Kinema Citrus. This is the studio who have done shit like Tokyo Magnitude 8.0, Black Bullet, where is it? Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is so fucking good. Like, the manga is great, and they made a fantastic adaptation of the story, but the fucking visuals are just insane. Rising of the Shield Hero, like, this is another studio with a fucking amazing track record.
I'm saying yes, good. I'm not seeing any bad studios.
Yeah, I'm only seeing really fucking good studios here.
Seriously, all of this is like, even though they're not famous, that Studio Chrono, they got like, that's still super good art. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted like to have, I don't want to like, what is it called, the studio then? I think we would made Black Clover, you know. Yeah. This is early on, like that. I would like this, like seriously. They got this art style. I want that.
Yeah, but I think like all of these, even the most well-known studio here is obviously Trigger, but like all of these are fucking solid ass things.
They're all new. Also, so.
Yeah, like holy okay, this is fucking legendary. All right, holy fuck. The 7th and 8th episodes, which are called Akakiri and TOB1, are both done by Science Saru. Listen to this. This is the studio who have done Adventure Time Food Chain.
With Adventure Time also.
But listen. Ping Pong the Animation, fucking legendary. Space Dandy. I haven't seen Space Dandy, but I have heard nothing but amazing stuff about it. Devilman Crybaby.
Oh.
Japan Sinks 2020. Yo, this... Okay, listen. Like, the studio itself, I wasn't aware that this was the name of the actual studio, but the main director who runs this studio is fucking legendary. Like, literally, these are Ping Pong the Animation, Devilman Crybaby, Japan Sinks 2020, fucking, all of these are so fucking visually and story-wise stunning anime. They're in charge of 2 episodes. Oh, that's fucking epic. Holy shit. Like, I didn't even, like, when when I first looked at this, I was like, Studio Trigger, that's fucking sick, and I'm sure the other studios are good as well.
For me, it was
now that I'm looking into this, I'm like gonna bust a fucking nut.
I mean, seriously, I didn't plan to I was hyped, but not so hyped. But now, every studio I've seen, like their content, like just now, they're super clean, super. I'm now super hyped. This is not.
I am so hyped. If you are if you're an anime fan in general, you should watch this stuff, because since they're all unique, like enclosed stories, I think you could probably watch these without having watched Star Wars. And you should, because we've got some top tier studios here.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Top tier.
This is crazy.
New create like seriously, goddamn how good, like seriously, the studios. It's insane. I didn't know, like, what.
All right. The last episode, called The Ninth Jedi, is done by Production IG, and they've done let's see here, Ghost in the Shell. What else? I'm trying to look for their most like popular. Oh shit! Kuroko no Basket. Kuroko's Basketball. I fucking love that shit. Genuine. Psychopaths. Holy fuck, bruh. Holy fuck. Oh. Hodor.
Oh, yeah.
Ace of Diamond. Haikyuu. Oh my god. Yo, this is fucking legendary. This is fucking. Okay, yeah. Alright. We've got.
Production.
Oh shit! Yeah. Fooly Cooley. Fucking hell, bruh. Holy shit.
Works.
Noblesse. They've made all of these fucking. Okay, Noblesse wasn't that good, but still, visually it was good.
Wait.
Oh my fucking god.
They did okay.
Oh my god. Yo, Fooly Cooley. They did fucking Fooly. Oh my god, gamers. And Haikyuu. This is fucking legendary. They've got so many fucking top tier.
Okay, seriously.
Yo, I don't know how entertaining this podcast is to listen to. It's just me and Hodor just like moaning and just busting nuts over these fucking Star Wars things. Seriously. But we're so fucking hyped.
This is just, I mean, even if they're young.
Yo, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think Neon Genesis Evangelion is very overrated, but they've done the Neon Genesis Evangelion movies. Oof. And here's the thing, though. Although story-wise it is overrated, I think the Evangelion like art style and shit is fucking great. Like, I think it's got a dope-ass aesthetic. But damn, bro, they've done so much. All right, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all don't even understand how fucking hype I am for this. Like, Psychopaths, Haikyuu, Kuroko no Basket. Yo, Fate Grand Order, bruh.
Sir.
What the fuck? They've also done a bunch of fucking video games.
Yeah, but like, seriously.
Tekken 3, oh my god. Ace Combat. Oh my god. What the fuck? Fire Emblem, holy shit.
Okay. Persona.
Persona 5?
What the fuck?
Bruh, this fucking studio is stacked. Holy shit, man. All of these studios are stacked. Alright. The episodes that I'm looking forward to the absolute most are episodes 4 and 5 done by Studio Trigger, and episodes 7, 8, and 9. So 7, 8 are obviously done by Sai and Saru, the ones who have done like Devilman Crybaby and all those. And the 9th one is by that last studio, because I fucking love Haikyuu and Kuroko no Basket. I think they do a great job at creating like action and shit. Like, they can take a sport. Like, obviously it helps that the manga author of Haikyuu also is very good at creating action out of something you don't think of as much action. But like, they can take something like volleyball that somebody may find as very boring and like create these crazy action scenes out of it. Man, holy shit, I'm so fucking excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on. Like, every studio just, like, it's just score.
Like, every fucking studio on this list is goated. Like, they've got great track records. Holy shit.
I mean, plus, like, it's not like they will do an entire season. This is just a short
episode. It's one episode.
We don't need to worry about, like, oh yes, how will they, like, try to, like, prolong the series or like that.
Yeah, exactly. When they have to do a full season, you know, a lot of time and money has to go to like storyboarding and planning like this whole thing. But now they have complete free creativity over like a short film. I'm guessing each episode will be like an hour long, maybe, which is really good.
I hope they are, because this is seriously.
Holy fuck! Like, oh my god! Oh my god! I can't even speak. I'm just fucking sitting. We're just fucking making noises.
Yes, like seriously, this is yes, so good news. Seriously,
it is so good news. We are eating, and the fucking best part is, it's coming out on the 22nd of September.
That's not long.
It's not long at all. It's like 3 months away. Wait, I think July. Yeah, yeah. It's 3 months away. It's less than 3 months away. Fuck. Now listen.
Do you want to know something interesting also?
Yeah.
IG Production are also doing an untitled Terminator series.
Oh shit! For real? What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's actually cool as hell.
So I don't know. Just see.
Man, okay, this is.
No, actually, interesting production. IG is like they have done also some Western like.
Yeah, like Adventure Time and shit.
Yeah, seriously. So they're not like something. Like
they've dabbled in everything.
Yeah.
Man, I am so fucking excited for this. I wonder if they're gonna do like they did with like the Bad Batch and roll out one episode a week, or if they'll release it all at a time. Because you see, the thing is, since it's not like a continuous story through all the episodes, it might not be smart to serialize it, right?
No.
It might be smart to just release it all in one time. Yo, we are fucking eating good. Like, Star Wars fan or anime fan, whatever the fuck you are, we're eating good. Because even if you haven't seen the Star Wars movies, you'll probably be able to watch these and still understand what's going on. And you should, because these are some fucking great studios.
I mean, this is just adding on what we got, like Clone Wars and Bad Batch.
Man, this is so fucking great.
God damn. Even if we had a bad films, we got a still good era
Star Wars fans eating good now. Bad Batch, more seasons of The Mandalorian, this shit, like, holy fuck. Man, I can just make these noises.
It feels good to live in this era, man.
It feels good to live in this era, amen. Because, like, there are anime shows that are, like, announced that I am excited for, but they're not, like, coming out anytime soon. Like, this summer season is absolute dog shit, and we haven't gotten that many announcements, because, like, Shield Hero 2, which was supposed to come out in October, that's been fucking delayed. Stone Ocean could still release this year, but we'll have to wait until August to see. But, like, this is some really fucking dope shit that I'm looking for. Like, the rest of this year, there isn't that much I can think. Obviously, there's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2 coming real soon. I'm fucking hyped for that. But, like, aside from that, there's not... Chainsaw Man. We don't have a release date for Chainsaw Man. That could be towards the end of this year. From the looks of the trailer, it looked pretty fucking complete. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But Chainsaw Man, I'm looking forward to that, obviously. Demon Slayer Season 2 is releasing... They literally, as of recording this, earlier today, they did a live stream where they just released some more art, and they said it's releasing at the end of 2021 sometime. So we'll have to see when the fuck that is. But, yeah, that's all I can think about that I'm, like, really looking forward to this year. So that's good that we're getting this shit, because this... Ooh... 9 short films about Star Wars in general is awesome, but the fact that they're being done by such good anime studios too is like, holy shit. Like, this is a dream come true. And it's gonna be like some of the studios, I'm guessing, are gonna be telling more of like some of the episodes, I'm guessing, will be a bit more like drama related, you know, maybe politics in the galaxy, and some will be more like just fucking action and fighting.
I mean, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, literally, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Maybe one of them will be like slice of life, how it is to live on fucking Tatooine or some shit. Just fucking, or Jakku, just fucking collecting scrap and stuff.
I mean, we got politics, now we got like, we can like experience more life.
Yeah, I'm fucking excited. Oh my god, this is so hype.
Yeah,
This is so fucking hype.
This is the only like anime we can hype like right now.
Yeah.
So I think we should.
Well, I mean, we can hype for like Stone Ocean and stuff, but we don't know
I
when the fuck that's
releasing. I think we should move on to other things maybe. Like
yeah. All right, let's talk
more
about
things
something
that
else.
more open, like Western animation.
All right, yeah. Okay, we can segue into that, especially since one of those studios have been doing some Western animation.
Yeah. First and foremost, Star Wars. We can be in Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Is
for the most
fucking epic.
Yeah, fucking epic. The more season came in, the better it is. The early season they got some few better episodes, I would say, like when Jar Jar in.
Yeah, Jar Jar the Jedi, that was kind of wacky.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's super good.
Yeah.
One of the best actors, like everyone is super good actors. Like we got first and foremost Anakin.
Yeah.
He's one of the best characters in there.
Yeah.
He's like, you will love him.
Facts.
Obi-Wan is Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan is Obi-Wan, always as charming.
Yeah, exactly. We got Asai Ventress.
Hell yeah.
Ahsoka. Beginning a little bit sad like that, but returns into super good character. Like seriously.
Yeah.
It's one of the best female, or the best female Star Wars character. Seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we got all the clones. Seriously.
Hell yeah.
One guy is voice acting all the clones. It's super impressive.
It is. Man. Yeah, Star Wars: The Clone Wars is great, but I think that the best thing that has come from Star Wars: The Clone Wars is the Bad Batch.
Yeah, seriously.
Because that is fucking good. It is so good. For anybody who hasn't seen the Bad Batch, it's a new Clone Wars series, kind of, that follows. Well, I'm not going to give spoilers about the story that much, but it's a special batch of clones, and it takes place literally directly after Order 66.
Yeah.
Like literally, the first episode.
Is the consequence.
Is the consequence of Order 66. Like, we get to see when the order is called in and what happens. And it's done in the same Clone Wars art style, which I really like. I think it looks great. And it's so fucking good. The Bad Batch is fantastic. I love it so much. And it feels a lot more like adult, or it feels more mature than Clone Wars. It's a lot more mature.
Yeah, I mean, I think also it's fits because the Clone Wars is even like it often should be like propaganda device, like the Republican side, because it's very much for a Republic, so much cleaner, but they have still dark moments. But it feels also when you watch early Clone Wars and then late, you see like a little bit or like a little change bit by bit. Like it's turned a little darker there, and then suddenly it's much darker, and then it turns full dark when we go to Bad Batch. Because that's the final conclusion, because now it's an empire. And
yeah, it's fucking great. The Bad Batch is so good. But also they have one of the characters commit war crimes. Yeah, they commit war crimes.
One of the enemies though.
Yeah.
But
Let's not spoil shit though. Let's not spoil shit though.
It's super good.
It is super good. But what other Western cartoons do you like, Hodor? Long ago, the four nations lived in harmony until the Fire Nation went to attack. That was fucking epic.
Legend of the Avatar.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the movie or the movie.
No, we're talking about the cartoon on Nickelodeon. Yeah. It's so good.
It's one of the best
Avatar,
shows.
The Last
it's heavily inspired by anime.
It's heavily inspired by anime and just Eastern Asian culture in general. Although, depending on who you ask, people will say it's anime. Some people will say it's not anime.
Either way, you should watch it.
It is so fucking good. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit if it's anime or not? It's really fucking good. And it's the first... it's definitely the first, cartoon done in the West that was, properly, serialized, a fully fleshed out story that, ran through. Because before that on Cartoon Network, and still to this day, most of the shows are just, these comedic shows. And they've got stuff like Adventure Time. Adventure Time has lore, and there is, some grander, storylines throughout, but for the most part in something like Adventure Time, each individual story is still or each individual episode is still its own contained story.
I mean, this is a big thing in Western cartoons is they don't have a main plot line for the most part. Before Family Guy, Simpson,
especially with the adult The adult cartoons.
It's comedic. Nothing. It's never about the story.
Yeah.
It's always about the comedic.
Yeah.
On the latest time, they actually have become more and more stories. For example, we got Morty and
Rick and Morty is a lot. It's a lot more story oriented than others, but it's still very much focused on like individual episodes.
Final Space is also comedic, but they got the entire plot line laid out. So you can actually, it's much very story. Then we also got like new shows. That's, for example,
Invincible.
Invincible.
Invincible is a show that is full on like a story from start to finish. And I think it's going to be similar with the new He-Man series that Netflix is doing, which I think is releasing on the 23rd. So when that releases, I'm going to be fucking watching that shit.
Super hype.
I'm super hyped for that. And I'm really hyped for like Western cartoons, especially the more mature ones, getting into that more like anime mentality of having like a fleshed out story throughout. Because I think that's one of the big appeals of anime. And one of the reasons you'll watch anime rather than like a Western cartoon, because the Western cartoon are mostly just like fucking sitcoms, or each episode is like its own contained story. You know, when I watch shit like anime, I want like this cool epic story. It doesn't even have to be like a massive story. Like Invincible isn't even that long, but it still has like a clear narrative that follows through each episode.
I mean, the consequences keep happening, you know. Like, also example-wise, shows also do this. Like a little bit is Archer, a little bit there, but not as much.
No,
like
not as much.
It's sometimes they do, sometimes not. Then we got series like, what was it called? Watching Around. Oh, what was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a series about a horse.
BoJack
Horseman. That's actually an entire story.
Yeah, BoJack Horseman. But that's like a slice of life story.
Yeah. But that's other example if you want to like.
BoJack Horseman is really good. Although that being said, BoJack Horseman, although like I would classify it as slice of life, it's very different from like the slice of life anime that you find. Because most of the time, slice of life anime deals with like romance and that kind of drama, and there is definitely some of that in BoJack Horseman, but it's mostly like this satire slice of life about like a washed up celebrity. Which is definitely really cool. I haven't seen anything like that done in anime either, so you know there's always the contrary. Maybe there is an anime like that, but I've never heard or seen about it, so
one thing we demand are more animated series that's in the West, more story based. I would actually want a shonen, Western shonen, seriously. Like,
wouldn't Star Wars The Clone Wars count as a Western shonen?
Nah, because it's not like they got a central story. It's more like, you know, it's still very separate because they got different arcs. They still affect, but it's like, this is
the story isn't as like
it's very interesting
through.
It works very well in Star Wars Clone Wars because you heard in the name, it's a war. So they change direction, fronts everywhere. Like, oh, they're fighting on this front, they're fighting on this front.
It
makes it feel like the Star Wars Clone Wars is a war.
Yes, exactly.
And that's important.
Well, I mean, bro, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That is a shonen. You know, it's got the power of friendship. It's got a clear story. You know, the boy and his friends, they're training and getting stronger to defeat the bad guy. That is fucking shonen, if I ever saw it. It's more shonen than some other shonen out there, honestly.
I'm actually hopefully waiting for a third.
Like a third Avatar?
Yeah, a third Avatar. I think they
honestly, I think they'll probably do it, because like The Legend of Korra was definitely good as well. Like story-wise, it wasn't as good as The Last Airbender, but it was still interesting. And I think what they really tried to do there was take the whole bending to a next level. Like, okay, you've got these people who can manipulate fire. How does that affect like metal and like the water benders? What if they could manipulate the water or the blood inside people and shit like that? And that was fucking cool.
I mean, if I love the one thing is like this. If you remember Naruto and Boruto, it was that like how they showed the Industrial Revolution, because they have actually comics about this. It's like how they show how by having you know, the Fire Nation invaded the Earth Nation and formed colonies. That's a whole thing in a comic. Like what do we do with these colonies? Because suddenly there is people living together, and they don't want to become like Earth Kingdom and all the fire people that won't be expelled and all that shit. And they, for example, have formed metal industry.
Right.
By having a earthbender and a firebender, they can work together to form like metal and all that. So they got a super advanced.
Well, are there comics about this?
Yeah, it's a comic
series. That's
it's
cool.
Very interesting. So they talk about a lot about like colonialism and imperialism. Like, oh yeah, what do we do after? And
that's pretty cool.
And they also explain how like they use the elements to like build industry and all that.
Nice.
And for example, in Legend of the Avatar, like the second Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
They have like one character who powers the electricity in the city.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, that's true.
And that's a super cool thing, because that's like, oh yeah, they actually combine the system with the world.
They've actually got pretty cool world building in Avatar, and like how people use their abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember between The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, there has definitely been like a fucking industrial revolution, because all of a sudden everybody has like vehicles and there's like.
But I don't think it's everywhere. It's where.
But they've still got a lot more, and like these fucking airships and stuff.
Yeah. It's made very well, I think. It's like the world building is one of the most excellent parts of Legend of Avatar. Seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it sounds very stereotypical. There's 4 continents with all 4 different elements using one single, but they use it in a way that's super interesting.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think it would be really cool if they made a 3rd series, and maybe even if they made the 3rd series a bit more like for adults.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I understand if they don't do that, because, you know, the first 2... Yeah, it's Nickelodeon. But I think it would be cool, like, for example, the new He-Man sequel that's coming out. It's meant for the kids who grew up watching He-Man, who are now adults. Most of the people who were watching Avatar when it was coming out, you know, that was, like, our age. We're fucking 20 years old now. You know, it would be cool to, like, see... Because there are definitely some really fucking dark themes. I mean, Legend of Korra, they're fucking bending blood and shit. Like, people are getting fucked up. I mean, that was pretty brutal to begin with. But I would like to see that kind of stuff taken to the next level.
They also started taking about fascism. Like, they wanted to unite, like, very much a resemblance to dark leaders in history. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
It's one of the most interesting things, because they like look at politics in Legend of Korra. Like, they don't hide away from it.
No, that's definitely not.
In a normal cartoon, they would not do that. They
would
not touch that in like centimeter if it not was like a funny satire.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially not for kids.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Even if it was a satire or a comedy show for kids, they wouldn't be touching on politics.
Yeah. We seriously need more adult. It's like we need one more Batman series.
Yeah.
Because Batman was like...
That would be awesome. A new and more mature Batman series would be fucking sick. What else?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of a series would you... If you could, like, create a Western cartoon, what would you do?
Yeah, story prioritizing. Actually, the question is, what would be most interesting? Actually, I think I know.
What?
I think most interesting would be actually a classic spin on the, like, you know, King Arthur and all that.
Yeah.
You make a new King Arthur, like, you know, having
that could be cool.
I mean, like
a retelling of that story, like the Knights of the Round Table.
And all that, like, but more like anime wise, like,
and
not more super anime wise, but, you know, a lot more like, oh, this epic weapon, like.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. That would be fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, like more like that, because they're not explored that part, because for the most part it's been left alone, because people can't, because it's, you know, kids, they won't show. Yeah, I think that could be cool as hell. Fuck yeah, I'd like to do something like that as well. I don't know, I think like the whole fantasy thing, like I really like dark fantasy, like fucking Berserk and shit. Like, if I was gonna like is it like Berserk super dark?
Yeah, Berserk is really fucking dark.
But I think I can actually get into it pretty. I don't know if people don't like, because I actually like Warhammer 40k.
Oh yeah, nice.
And if you like Warhammer 40k, you know what I'm talking about, how brutal it is.
Yeah, but if I was gonna like create a show, I'd either do some really dark fantasy, or I'd like to do some kind of thing that's like, it takes place in modern time, and there's like a secret kind of society kind of thing, like similar to like Harry Potter or Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever, where there are these people who have these abilities like sorcery or whatnot that normal people have no fucking idea about, and they have their own school and shit, but it would be more adult. It wouldn't be like a school, it would be something, I don't know, like...
Yeah, I understand. I actually think there's a very interesting sort of animation on Netflix, I remember. It's I think it's actually Philippine.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like
What's it called?
I don't. I'm trying to find this, but I don't remember exactly. But I can. Yeah, but it was very interesting. Like, it's more Western, like anime, that I would say.
Yeah.
It's more like superhero, but I think it's like cartoon. But it's in the Filipinos. That makes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of like Western cartoons and stuff, especially when it comes to like Avatar and stuff, what do you think makes an anime? Like, why? Where is the separation between like anime and a Western cartoon or something?
First and foremost, because I think the sub or the dub, like if they have a Japanese like dub.
What? But I mean, there are some there are some like straight up anime that have been done by Japanese studios and everything, but they are like the original voice acting was done in English.
Yeah, it's true. I guess
like Samuel L. Jackson is the main voice actor in an anime.
I guess style and how long far they will go, like in
because some people say it's like, okay, it's anime if it's made in Japan and everything else is not anime. Some people say it's the art style and say that the fucking Avatar is anime and stuff. But like when it comes to like a lot of these people who say that anime is if it's made in Japan, right? A lot of those people will still call like the God of High School anime, but
that's not anime.
That is not made in Japan, my good sir. That is a Korean webtoon that's been animated and all that shit over in Korea. I mean, they've got fucking Korean names and everything. That's not if
that's a
anime. If The Legend of Avatar isn't anime, then Tower of God shouldn't be called an anime either, my good friend. And like we've got shit. There's a lot of like Chinese anime, like Scissor 7 and stuff. People will still call those anime, but that's made in China, bro. I thought you said that anime has to be. It's just really confusing when it comes to all that kind of stuff.
The truth in actuality is, defining anime
is really hard
because anime means only Japanese animation. It doesn't mean so much more.
Anime is just the word for animation in Japan. If you ask somebody in Japan, what's your favorite anime? They could say, Despicable Me, The Minions is my favorite anime. And some fucking stuck-up weeb is gonna be like, the fuck are you talking about, bro? Because to them, you're just asking, what's your favorite animated cartoon? That's it. It has nothing to do with country when you're speaking in Japan about anime. So yeah, that's a whole fucking topic. But like, personally, I would not say that like, because even if I don't even know where I stand on that. Like, usually I don't take a stand in that discussion. If I'm talking to somebody who's like, it has to be from Japan, then I'll just agree with them. And if somebody says it's the style, I'll agree with them. Because honestly, I don't care. If it's a good show, it's a good show. And I cannot be fucked to like argue with somebody for like 1 hour about if Avatar is a fucking anime or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, a lot of anime from Japan is like animated partially in like South Korea.
Yeah, that like some studios have like also working I know some studios work with French studios.
Yeah,
it's a lot of like nowadays a lot of studios have like help from other studios in different countries, not only in like
they
Asia.
Like outsource it.
Yeah. I actually also found that series I was talking about, Tres.
Wait, can I see? Oh, Tress. Okay, Tress. I'll definitely check that out.
It's interesting because it got that secret element with monster and all that, but in Filipino.
Okay, if anybody wants to see this Filipino anime thing, it's called Tress, Trese. Let's see here. I'm just gonna search it up on Mal real quick. Tres. Let's see if they have it on my anime list.
They got it
because like Scissor 7, which is fully a Chinese anime, they've got that on my anime list. Let's see here.
Yeah, set in Manila, where mythical creatures of Philippine folklore live in hiding amongst humans.
No, it's not on. It's not on anime list at least.
Yeah.
Is it on my anime list? Well, who cares? Whether it's an anime or not, or whether it's called an anime or not, I'm gonna fucking watch that shit, because why the fuck not?
I mean, like right now, actually, Netflix have a lot of animated series, but they also got a lot of Western cartoons, or not Western cartoons though, a lot of different animes from different studios. They got like it's not only Japanese now, so I would recommend trying to watch around.
100%, definitely. Just watching all kinds of shit. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, what's it called? They fucking refuse to watch shows if they're not like anime or whatever. Like, who fucking cares, bro? Just watch shit because it's good, not because of like what it's
what this qualifies as.
Yeah.
Just watch it if you enjoy that sort of content, you know. If you enjoy horror, watch horror, you know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, hold up. The Citrus. Shout out to Citrus. He's currently texting me right now. He's apparently going to be streaming VR, but he does not know how to set up the VR. So that is kind of jank.
Yes.
How many streams with your neighbor? Alright, hold up. I gotta just find some videos on how to send to him, how to get the fucking chat and shit working.
Yeah. But you know, there's just a lot of guys. Just watch around, seriously. There's just content. You just need to find it, actually. Yes.
Definitely. All right. Well, what else do you want to chat about? What else do you want to talk about here, Hodor? We've still got a lot of time.
Yeah, no. That's a good question.
Oh, what if they just made a fucking... Speaking of like Warhammer and shit, they should just make a fucking cartoon. Why don't they make
animated,
like an adult Western cartoon just about like some story in the... Cause there's a lot of lore in Warhammer. Yeah. There's a lot they could make like something like the Bad Batch, like some squad of space marines going on some crazy mission. I don't know
how many people actually know about Warhammer here, because it's quite young audience, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I should read something. This will also distract from you texting. You know. I think I should read the opening to Warhammer, if it's okay. I think it's quite long, but you know.
Alright, sure, go for it.
It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, a master of a million worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass writhing invincibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, from whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so he may never truly die. Yet, even in a deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp, the only route between the distant stars. The way lit by the Astronomicon, the psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on the uncounted worlds. Greatest among his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, Space Marines, bioengineered super warriors. Their comrades in arms are legions, the Astra Militarum and countless planetary defenses forces, the ever-vigilant Inquisition and the Trek Priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus, to name only a few. But for all their multitude, they are barely enough to hold off the ever-present threat from aliens, heretics, mutants, and worse. To be a man in such time is to be amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim dark future there is only war. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of a thirsting gods.
Holy shit. It's so fucking intense with these Warhammer things.
So pretty much what if you so I can make it understand everybody. It's grim darkness, pretty much. Yeah. It's pretty much an extremely dark universe. It's also been famous to some people also call it grimdark because it's so dark.
Yeah.
And why they created such a grimdark universe? It's because it's a battle game, actually. You know, you have figures and all that, and you need to justify where the armies are fighting. So you need a universe where they're constantly fighting, and they created a hell universe. You know.
Yeah.
Like seriously, it's one of the most darkest science fiction universe you can find.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would actually recommend checking it out just a little fast. I mean, they travel through their you know, faster than light travel is like going through hell. Very nice, and a little all that.
Yeah, definitely. But like, there's so much content in Warhammer, and especially considering how dark it already is.
Yeah,
I would love to see a fucking. And I'm not even that invested in the Warhammer lore, but I would still think it would be fucking sick to see like a cartoon.
Yeah, Inquisition I would actually love. Inquisition is the guys who like, check the intrigue, check if there are not some cults around. They were very interesting to follow. They would probably meet a lot of different enemy and threats. Another thing would be cool to follow is orcs.
Yeah, I fucking love orcs, man.
Okay, listen. There exist a lot of factions in Warhammer. The true winners of Warhammer is the orcs, because they love to fight and they win. And they're constant fighting. This is their golden time, and the orcs are super fun also.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, orcs are fucking hilarious.
Boys, those humans over there. Let's kill them and grab their stuff, boys.
Yeah, bro. Orcs are just. Like, there's so much potential for, like, comedy. But I think if you were going to make, like, a serious adult cartoon, you would have to follow Space Marines and maybe, like, have, what if there was, like, a rogue orc who had joined a Space Marine platoon or something like that? Like, that could work, right?
I think so. I don't know, actually.
I'm sure you could make that happen in the lore.
Okay. But
that, I think, and then the orc would be the comedy relief guy.
Okay, listen.
Just a fucking idiot that just
the orcs are
stuff.
So funny because they're like, they're supposed, I think, to be based on English drunk fans, you know, on the hooligans.
The English hooligans.
Yeah.
Shout out to the English. Not shout out to the English hooligans. The English hooligans are fucking whack, man.
Yeah.
Like, did you see what they did after they lost the Europe finals against Italy? It was fucked up.
Yeah, but you know, they're just funny to watch because, okay, normal orcs. You think, okay, that's interesting. You see, in Warhammer, 40k, orcs have a special. The warp is manifestation of all dreams and all like hope and emotions pretty much.
Wait, the warp is the warp drive thing, right?
Yeah, it's
where they travel through hell.
Yeah, and the hell is the warp.
Yeah.
It's like all emotions.
You're probably gonna have to explain what the fuck the warp is to the people who. Because I highly doubt we've got a lot of listeners who know what the fuck anything in Warhammer is.
Okay, in Warhammer there exists another dimension, the warp. It's called the warp because it's pretty much hell. Because thousands of for a very long time, a lot of bad emotions came in, and it's turned to a pretty much hellscape.
And there's like demons and shit.
Yeah. You see, the orcs have a collective consciousness in the warp.
Ah.
Yeah, and what happens is, like normally, a psyker, for example, could take the power from the warp and use it in our own reality, for example. The orcs can manifest this collective psychic field to the reality. What can happen is, for example, orcs are designed, for example, say a orc finds some scraps. He will set it together so it becomes a gun.
Yeah.
And then he will start, for example, he sees a human, that human.
Yeah.
Kill them, boys. And then they start firing. But if you're human and then watch closely, you will notice something. There's no cooling on the weapon. They don't even reload the weapon. And when you kill that orc and take a closer look, you will see it's just a lot of scrap parts put together. There's no internal structure. Yeah. And what happened there was the orcs believe that this was a gun that could shoot, and it happened in the universe.
Yeah.
And for example, they can paint the car red, and they will believe it will go faster, and they will go faster because they believe it. And there are a lot of insane shit, like for example, purple orcs. If you paint yourself purple, you believe you become like stealthy.
Yeah.
And a lot of like seriously, it's super hilarious.
Yeah.
So orcs. So orcs do a lot of crazy things.
Hey guys, everybody listening, I'm sorry if I sometimes kind of sound like I'm not as engaged, because I'm currently discussing this deep Warhammer lore at the same time as I'm trying to explain to the Citrus how to stream his VR headset. Which is I don't know. I know how to do it, obviously, since I've already done it myself, but it's really hard to explain through text. So bear with me here, guys. But yeah, fuck man, there's so much epic shit in Warhammer.
Yeah, man. If you want to like just comedic, orcs are one of the most super fun like factions to play. Also in the tabletop, they got like they're not so much skillless compared to others. It's more luck, because the orcs are very much like, oh, let's build a bomb. Half percent it will blow up on itself, or it will blow up the enemy.
Yeah, exactly. It's very unpredictable when you play orcs.
One of the most funny things about the orcs also, they are fungoid species. They don't reproduce like. They like just have spores that fall off them when they die. So they spread their fungus with them, and that's how they are born and all that.
Yeah, and that's also why the orcs are so spread out across the galaxy.
Yeah.
Like if you, I didn't even know about this until pretty recently when Hodor showed me, but like is it on the Warhammer website? Yeah, on the Warhammer website, there's like a map where you can see like different territories that the different factions like control or like exist in, and the orcs are by far the most superior faction when it comes to just existing on the most landmass. They're fucking everywhere because they're fucking fungus, bro. They just spread so easily.
Yeah. I would point out also that the reason why orcs has not like gone on and like killed everybody with a WoG is because orcs also have a tendency to fight each other. They want to fight everything. So they don't find an enemy to fight. They fight themselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also humans who are fighting themselves or each other.
Yeah, but
So.
But the orcs do it constantly. It's not like
Fair enough. For fuck's sake, man. All right, maybe we should segue away from Warhammer now, because I feel
we got some little information tapped in your brains now, but that's enough, I think.
Listen, to all the listeners, I highly doubt. I mean, there's probably like one or two, if any, who are like into Warhammer here. For you guys, I hope this was entertaining, and for you other ones,
hopefully
learning. It was learning experience, educational, Warhammer education. Now let's talk about something else. That something else that we can talk about is like, what is your favorite underrated anime?
Ooh, that's I think actually two. I don't know if it's even underrated because people don't know it even. So I wouldn't say it's underrated then if nobody knows. It's between two actually.
All right.
Tiger and Bunny.
Tiger and Bunny, alright, yeah. I think that's pretty underrated.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but I do know what it is.
Yeah. It's a superhero. It got the interesting premise and all that.
Yeah.
And what was the other one called?
I do not know.
Yeah, you should not know. What was it called? It was that, do you remember that show I talked about, like a boxing? It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's like...
There's a lot of shows.
When the like mecha also like little bit like
Megalobox.
What is it?
Are you talking about
it's a little bit steampunk.
Megalobox.
No. Wait, I'm trying to find this.
Megalobox is epic. Season 2 recently came out, and that shit was epic
actually.
As well.
Or
did it come out? I don't know. I haven't seen season 2.
You can take on your series.
All right, my favorite underrated number one is Fooly Cooly, FLCL. It is a really, really weird and interesting mecha anime. Actually, I'd say it's more like just unknown rather than underrated, because everybody who has seen it is like, this is fucking bussin'. But yeah, it's really good. I would highly suggest you checking it out. Way better than fucking Neon Genesis Evangelion. No cap. And then let's see here, what else? A really underrated anime movie is definitely Sword of the Stranger. Really fucking good anime movie about like some crazy swordsmen in like the war between Japan and China. Super fucking dope. I've got a lot of underrated anime movies. Like there's one called Colorful, which is again really good. Since these are movies, I'm not going to go into much detail about them because, you know, they're not that long. If I go into any type of detail, I feel like I'll be spoiling a lot of it. Perfect Blue as well. Perfect Blue is so fucking good, and it's just like Foolie Cooley, right? Not super many people know about it, but everybody who's seen this movie is like, yep, this is fucking legendary. And if there's anything from what I'm saying right now that you should definitely watch or prioritize watching, it's Perfect Blue. Holy shit, I cannot stress that enough. It is so fucking good. You will not regret watching that movie. Trust me on this one, gamers. Trust me on this one. But yeah, now it's back to Hodor. Let's see if he's found in the anime. But I can say one thing.
It's not involved anime, but it's Netflix pretty much.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, but yeah. I would like to point out one thing about Netflix is what I hate about it is what? You can never like rate. It's like how much it's linked to.
You can do thumbs up and thumbs down.
Yeah. This I feel like, that won't explain.
Yeah. That's kind of whack, not gonna lie.
What are Levius?
Is it called Levius?
Levius.
Okay, I've never heard about that. But now I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's like classic steampunk, but it's like boxing. So they got like some like robot arms and like not underarms, like so they still boxing, but with added elements.
Okay, so it is similar to like Megalobox. Have you seen Megalobox?
No, I don't. Not seen that actually.
Damn. Epic fail.
Yeah.
But Megalobox, I don't know. It used to be very well known, but I think the newer anime fans don't know about it as much. So I guess that's kind of underrated as well. Which fucking top tier shit. Megalobox is so good. You should definitely go. Oh. I don't even know if there's an anime of this one, but one of the most criminally underrated manga series ever is Eyeshield 21. It is a manga series about American football, and the art is done by what the fuck's his name called? The same guy who did the art for One Punch Man. I cannot fucking. Oh right, Yusuke Murata. Yusuke Murata did the art for Eyeshield 21 and One Punch Man. If for anybody who knows, One Punch Man was first released as like a web comic thing. Yeah. The art style was meh, but you know, it was pretty funny. And Yusuke Murata, this legendary artist, reached out to the author and was like, "Listen, I want to help you sign a publishing deal, and I'm gonna make the art." And the One Punch Man art is some of the fucking most insane shit I've ever seen. And it's the same artist who's done Eyeshield 21. Not only is Eyeshield 21 an absolutely fantastic sports manga, but it also has some of the most epic art that I have ever fucking seen. Yeah. It is so good.
Has he also done like what's called Mob Psycho?
No,
because it's very close.
Not the art. No. You're talking about. It's the same studios. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The anime, but the okay. Eyeshield 21 does have an anime, which I have not seen, but I do not care about the anime. We are talking about the manga here. Yeah. The manga is fucking legendary. It is so good. I wish that I could own it physically, but unfortunately I don't. But Yusuke Murata, one of my favorite manga artists of all time, alongside like Hirohiko Araki and and all of those guys.
I mean, you remember Marshall? We talked about before?
Marshall, yes.
Marshall. I actually hope he or like they animate like the same studio animates that.
Yeah, Mashal's art style, I mean, it's not as like
One Punch Man
intense as One Punch Man, but it's still got that same cartoony look as One Punch Man and Mob Psycho. I definitely think, if that gets an anime adaptation, which I think it will, I would love it if it was adapted by the same studio that did One Punch Man and all that.
Yeah, because it's like also if you actually read it, it's actually a weird combination of styles. It's like One Punch Man, a lot of One Punch Man with the main character and that. But we also got like Black Clover a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it in this art style and that. And then we also got little Harry Potter also. Like it looks like Harry Potter. Like some of the characters really. Like the headmaster.
Yeah.
And some of the characters and the wands.
Yes. Yeah. It's fucking. It's really good. It's fucking. That's what it is. Mashal is fucking. It is doing sex.
Yeah. I mean, we have gone from characters have gone from main characters have gone from they got a special power to the special power that got a little bit abused. They need still Black Clover and all that, but Asta he needed still to train to actually use his power, because not train the power exactly, but he needed a strong physical body, because otherwise it would be pretty much useless. And now we've gone to a full physical character. Yeah. Without any of this you get a special power.
Yeah, Asta's development has been fucking great, and then we've got fucking Mashal, who is it's essentially Asta, except for without his anti-magic powers. He just doesn't have any fucking powers. He just has big muscles.
Yeah,
and he fucks people up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's also a lot of fun how he hides it.
Yeah, it is. Mashal is great. Everybody should go check out Mashal.
Also, but also draw more powers One Punch Man, because it's not like on the breaking line of losing. He's never been.
Yeah, he's never close to losing.
It's not like he's like, oh no, I'm losing a lot, I'm taking a lot of wounds and all that. He's more like, I'm punching the shit out of you.
Yeah, exactly. He's a fucking king. But as I said though, iShield 21, underrated manga that I think everybody should check out. Do you have any underrated manga?
Not really.
Damn.
I mean, the one I thought was underrated, not more people want to know. What was it called again? I only remember Baccarina. What's it called again? It's the show with Katarina.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what's it called again? It's anime. It's second season released not so long ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's if I search Baccarina.
Oh shit! I just remembered a really criminally underrated anime.
Here, I can say it now.
Yeah.
My Next Life as a Villainess.
Oh right, My Next Life as a Villainess.
Okay, listen. All in the manga, free all of them called her Baccarina.
Bruh, Baccarina. I've actually got the first 3 volumes of the manga, I think.
It's actually quite good.
Yeah, it is. I actually enjoy it a lot. Here is another fantastically done anime, which is really underrated. It's called Bokurano. Bokurano. And there's definitely a lot of parallels with Neon Genesis Evangelion. However, contrary to Neon Genesis Evangelion, this is underrated. That shit is overrated, because this is way fucking better than Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yet Neon Genesis Evangelion is the anime that everybody's fucking talking about, and nobody knows what the fuck this is.
Say it again.
Bokurano. Bokurano. It is so good. If you're listening to this right now and you do not go out and watch Bokurano, what the fuck are you doing? It's 24 episodes. It is one of the best mecha psychological anime that I've seen out there. It is fantastic. It takes the psychological elements of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and in Neon Genesis Evangelion, I feel like they really fucking failed with the psychological elements, in my opinion. But here, they take them. They almost remove all of the action. There is still action, but they mostly focus on the psychological elements, and it is so good. And it is really sad. If you watch this, you are probably going to cry at some point, not gonna lie. I did, and almost everyone I know, who aren't many because this is underrated as fuck, everybody I've seen was crying during this shit.
Yeah, this sounds like pretty much brutal because
it's brutal as fuck.
Yeah, this sounds like Child Soldier. They're obvious about this instead of like narrative. Like, we got Child Soldiers.
Yeah. But it's not brutal in a sense of like people just like slicing people up with swords. It's brutal because it's telling these raw, emotional fucking backstories, and it's just fucking sad.
Listen to this actually. This is very important in the story. Sure. How to actually create brutal stories is not to actually have so much blood, like killing characters left off and like that. The reason why, for example, Ice and Fire or Game of Thrones, in other words, became so popular is not because they like, oh no, they're famous for killing the main characters, because it's a character that had a consequence for all their actions, and it led to his death. And that's why it was so brutal. It was not because he was needed to die so we can get emotional drama.
Exactly.
And it's the true world. What the consequence? That's the most brutal.
All right. Now, I'm thinking about going through a list of some underrated manga I have, because I'm a big manga reader. I read a fuck ton of manga, and I'm gonna read some underrated manga that you guys should check out. And I'm not gonna go into much detail with all of these. Some of them I will, some of them I won't. But all of these are genuinely really good. So first up, we got Bao. Baoh. This was Araki's manga that he made before JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it is a large inspiration for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It follows our main character who awakens an evil spirit, which is essentially like a stand, and it kind of resembles Star Platinum. It's not very long. It's 2 volumes with 17 chapters. And it's really fucking cool, especially if you're a JoJo fan. It was adapted into a 2-episode OVA, which you can actually find on YouTube. But I would recommend just reading the manga, but check out the OVA if you want to as well. Next up, we've got Dead Man Wonderland, which I actually really recently started reading. I feel like there's not a lot of people who know about this one, but everybody who does know about this one really like it. And it is fucking good. It is essentially like a fucking death game kind of situation. I don't want to give up too many spoilers, and also I myself haven't even gone super far into it, but it's inmates in an insane penitentiary, in a fucking jail basically, and they have to fight for survival every day. It's fucking great. Let's see here. What else do we have? We've got Hard Boiled Cop and Dolphin. This is a new manga that is currently serializing, where there is a cop duo of a police and a dolphin. A literal fucking dolphin is his partner. It sounds weird as fuck, but it's really fucking funny. Then we've got, let's see here, Interviews with Monster Girls. If you feel like Monster Musume has a fun premise, but you do not want all the lewdness, then this is for you. It's a very wholesome manga about interviewing monster girls, and it's really fun. Land of the Lustrous, fucking great. It's, I do not know how to explain this without giving spoilers because it's really fucking weird, but basically, it's you know how, like, people like to make waifus out of stuff, like Earth-chan? This is basically waifus made out of gemstones, and they fight and stuff.
I think you've shown me, actually, on the
it's fucking epic. And then we've got another one called Miso Miso, which is done by the same author who did High School Girl, which you guys know I fucking love High School Girl. This is a horror manga, though. This is horror, and it's fucking creepy, and you should definitely check it out. Let's see here. I don't want to rant on about too many things here. Another one we've got is Nejimaki Kagyu, which is one of the trippiest manga I've ever read. Like, a lot of the art style is focused around spirals, and it is interesting, to say the least. It is very, very different. All right, let's do one last.
Yeah.
I gotta look through something. Okay, you can say something while I look from the last one I want to recommend.
One of the animes and plus manga you should also read I think that's also underrated is Log Horizon. Seriously.
Oh yeah, Log Horizon.
Log Horizon is super underrated because everybody says SEO, SEO, SEO.
Yeah.
Never like
it's not a fucking
okay.
SEO.
Listen, Log Horizon.
Yeah.
Is when a guy who actually knows what the MMO is does an isekai about the MMO.
Yeah.
And they got super smart characters and all that. And yeah, it's a very excellent show. You should watch it because it's seriously one of the best isekais around.
Yeah.
Also, interesting fact, the guy who did it also stopped for manga for a while because he went to prison. Well, had not prison exactly, but he had problems because he had a tax evasion happen to him.
Yeah.
It was just a little fun, so he needed to stop for a while.
Yeah.
I think he's continuing now, so.
Yeah. But yeah, Log Horizon is fucking great.
Another thing is you can do is actually watch, just go online and search webtoons. Seriously, you can.
That's
just
true.
read.
There's so many epic webtoons.
I mean, like, not everything is super good, but some can be super good and some can good. Just go there. It's free.
Yeah,
it's
just
like,
go to webtoon and look around.
I mean, like, it's not even like have argument about legal things. This is entirely legal. This is not like just go there and read.
Yeah. All right. My final criminally underrated manga recommendation, Yakido Shoujo. This is a manga series where about a boy and a girl, right? And this girl, and they're in high school. And this girl, has a bright personality, and she's really popular in her class. And then this boy, right, finds her diary essentially, and discovers that although she seems all happy and stuff, on the inside she's thinking some very dark thoughts. I'm not gonna lie, if you are somebody who has been very depressed or currently are very depressed and thought about very dark things, this manga might not be up your alley because it might hit too close to home. But it is one of the most interesting, like, horror, romance, and basically they start bonding over this kind of shit. It's one of the most interesting horror romance dramas, thrillers I've ever read. It's not that long either. Definitely check it out. Like, definitely.
Yeah.
That's, out of all of the ones I've been recommending here, that is one of the ones that you should definitely prioritize because it's not that long and it is so fucking good.
It sounds a lot like human horror. Like,
it's like human horror. Yes. Like, it's horror around real life, It's not monsters. There's nothing like that. It's horror based around real life situations and psychology, and fuck, man. And it's very simple too. Like, there's almost, like, there are other characters, but it's almost like there's just two characters in the entire manga. It's very simple and very good, and it hits very hard. Yeah, that was my rant about underrated manga that you guys should check out. I've got tons of more underrated manga I could talk about, but I don't want to just sit here and fucking vomit out titles of manga.
I don't know if they like catched even like 50% of that.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you actually said why you should watch them. So, So probably they were like, oh, this is interesting, I will take it. But not babble on, because otherwise it will be a recommendation like, this is welcome to the recommendation podcast. We will only talk about recommendation in like 5 minutes for one recommendation and move to the next.
But if there's something you should do after listening to this podcast, go watch Bokurano and go read Yakido Shoujo, because you will not regret it. Those are fucking great. Yeah. Out of everything I recommended, those are the two I would prioritize.
Yeah. Also, if you got Netflix and you don't know what to watch, go to
you can just go to the fucking explore page and just look. They've got so much anime on Netflix.
Also, if you want to watch something bizarre, bizarrer than bizarrer, that's so bizarre that we like get like on another level. What? This is more bizarre than Yo-Yo?
Where, you're gonna talk about the fucking the girls?
Backstreet Girls.
Oh, Backstreet Girls. Oh my god.
It's okay.
Should we tell about the premise?
No, we should we hide it? So like it
Alright, let's just say this. Go watch Backstreet Girls if you want some really fucking weird shit.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's one of the most weirdest, like, it's one of the most unique experiences I ever had with anime.
Yeah, it's so fucking strange.
You should just watch it because of its weirdness, seriously.
Yeah.
If you watch Yo-Yo, you will even be surprised how weird it is.
That is true. I was very surprised at how weird it was. Holy shit.
The most fun part was some voice actors you recognize. Like just being there and like.
Yeah. Also, I gotta just say a quick shout out. This discussion topic about underrated anime was thanks to Seredina, because I texted her and said, "Quickly, come up with a discussion topic. I'm running out of ideas and I need to segue into something else." And she was like, "I can't think of something. You're putting me on the spot here." And then she said, "Talk about that." And I was like, "Fuck yeah." She also gave another discussion topic, but I'm gonna be big brain and save that one for another episode.
Yeah. Wait, I must do boys. Yeah, I'm just doing
you fell, Sandekross, spritt och tack. You fell for you fool. Holy shit. Bruh.
I love it. It also ends with you fell for fool.
You fell for it, you fool, and then he fucking dies. Spoiler alert, I guess, but you know, it's minor character in the first.
Think if he was alive.
Yeah. Bruh, if he was alive, that was part 1 Polnareff, basically.
Yeah.
He had the same hair. Like a bloody stone, like a bloody stone. Alright, well, what else, Hodor? What else do you wish to chat about on this evening?
Yeah, if everybody's not heard it, he's going on vacation for 4 weeks.
My guy, when this episode launches, I will have already been in Florida for like 2 or 3 weeks.
I mean, like, for the most part, release schedules 2 podcasts. We will see if it's on the like each Monday, or like we skip one Monday and have like two.
Yeah, so
possibly a YouTube video, don't know.
Yeah, I'm working on some other content. I hope I'll get it done before I leave.
Yeah.
But it's currently Tuesday, and I'm working on Wednesday, and and I'm leaving on Friday, so we'll see what happens. But we've got 2 podcast episodes ready. This is the second of the 2. And I'm either thinking about just going along with the normal release schedule and release the first one on the first Monday and the second one on the second Monday, and then have like a 2-week break from the podcast until I get back home and can record more episodes. Or if I'll release the first one on the first Monday, then skip a week, and then release this one on the third Monday.
I just realized something.
What?
We're talking about when this is released, but
I know when this has been released, you guys will already know what I decided to do. You guys will already know the decision by then. This is some fucking. Is this fourth wall breaking, or is this like, I don't know what it? Well, it's not really fourth. You can't really break the fourth.
Breaking.
It's timeline breaking. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's timeline breaking. We're breaking we're creating a fucking rift in
reality.
Yeah.
There goes gravity.
There goes gravity. Yep. There goes gravity. Choked. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddy's he no. But hey. So yeah, something that I think we kind of touched a little bit on it at the beginning of this episode when we were talking about Star Wars Visions, but obviously during that anime expo there was also the JoJo panel. People were hyped as fuck for the JoJo panel because a lot of people thought they were going to get a trailer or something like that, and there was no trailer. We got the announcement for a new JoJo event that will be taking place on August 8th, which I'm really excited for because they've basically confirmed that we will get Stone Ocean news on that event, probably like trailers and stuff. But ahead of this event, people had hyped up like, we're going to get trailers, we're going to get release date. All they had said was there might be a small surprise at the end. And people were so fucking mad. People were like, David Productions scammed us out of $5. And it's like, okay, first of all, majority of the people who were watching the event did not pay for a ticket. Second of all, you paid for a whole anime event that took place over the course of 3 days. There were tons of panels, games, shit to partake in, panels like the Star Wars Visions panel. And third of all, David Production did not get a single dollar out of those $5 because first of all, you weren't paying for a JoJo event, you were paying for Anime Expo, and second of all, they said that the ticket prices were gonna go to charity. So,
I mean, what do you need to be angry about?
And it's like so much bullshit too, because the panel, literally what it had said, it did everything it said it was going to do. A panel was primarily going to be a look at behind the scenes of making Part 5 and an interview with the producers at David Productions, and they said there would be a small surprise at the end. They did give a small surprise. A small surprise isn't a fucking trailer and a release date. You know, that's a big surprise.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm not mad. A lot of people were mad. I can understand why people definitely were frustrated, but you cannot be mad at like David
remember
Production.
that a lot of people like are stressing Araki with.
Yeah, like you're definitely allowed to be like, I think you're definitely allowed to be like a little bit upset that nothing happened, but you can't be mad at Araki, you can't be mad at David Production, because they didn't promise you anything. We made the fucking hype, we hyped this shit up, and look on the bright side, Stone Ocean is announced. For 2 whole years, we were just sitting in anticipation for an anime that wasn't even announced.
I mean,
it's been announced.
Seriously, guys.
It's going to happen. Just because we don't get a trailer doesn't mean that it's been canceled or anything like that. And we've got this event coming up. The event is going to have some kind of big news. It's literally called the Stone Ocean event.
Yeah. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
I actually myself have you been a fan of a lot of things that actually happened a very long time. I mean, seriously, super long time. And before we actually got some news. So don't be hyped. For example, Mountain Blade Warband.
Yeah.
We got not Bannerlord for like 10 years.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, seriously. And it was like super long. It was like, oh, what are you doing in Turkey? Like, we're being on the beaches, you know, and all that. It's like, okay, waiting. It's like, and then it was like announced and all that.
Yeah.
So don't expect it. For example, another game, people hyped in the community in Paradox, for example, Victoria 3.
Yeah.
Some, like, that was also like waiting for super long time.
Yeah.
It was like 4-6 years. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time sometimes. So don't
and
worry.
also it's like JoJo is not like a normal anime, as they said in the interview with the producers. Like, like normal anime will air for like 6 months almost. JoJo will air for like a whole fucking year, because it's almost double the amount of episodes of a normal anime season.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the amount of detail and hard work that goes into each single episode is a lot more than your average show.
Yeah.
So it's so fucking understandable that it takes a long time to create these anime shows.
Yeah.
Which really, so it sucks when people are just like stressing David Production and Araki. Like, I remember there was a volume of JoJolion that came out where the author's note from Araki was literally him. And it's just Western fans doing this shit too. The Japanese are patient. But he literally had to say, like, Western fans, please stop acting like fucking idiots, because, you know, it's like every time shit like this happens, the show will be delayed. And this isn't the only, you know, instance of Westerner fans being fucking trash. Like, Attack on Titan, the man had finished his story. He put out an ending. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. So he tried to fix it by making a new ending that nobody liked. And first of all, that new ending that nobody liked wouldn't have happened if people weren't being so fucking whack towards him. And now people are like sending this man death threats and shit. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? And it's only Westerners doing this shit. And like My Hero Academia, people were sending death threats to the mangaka of My Hero Academia because he didn't want to make like these weird ships canon. Like, a lot of the My Hero Academia fans want like Deku X Todoroki or whatever the fuck it is.
Fandoms are like often irritating.
And they're sending death threats because they're not doing. Like, Deku is obviously in love with fucking Uraraka. Obviously.
I mean, come on, guys.
There's no other fucking canon ship. That's it. That's the way the author intended the story. If you don't like it, that's fine. But don't fucking send them death threats.
Yeah,
don't send them any kind of threats. It's their story. If you don't like it, go and write your own fucking story.
Exactly. I mean, if you just write your own fanfiction, you know, fanfiction exists for a reason. I mean, also, for example, a big thing about this also, I think, is the problem also because it's between, it's like Europe, America, and Japan. I think if this was in Europe or USA, it would be a big difference, because the author could actually like make a much bigger presence, because it's much harder for authors to like say yes, hello, you know, because the main diff always be in Japan, so it's very hard to like convert everything, because
it's hard to
they will often be like in Europe or USA saying no to this, no, they will often, it's like, what is it, second hand news.
And also I think it's kind of weird too, because like when mangakas create their manga, when manga authors create their manga, the only thing that they're thinking about is the Japanese audience, especially if it's a new author who does not expect the manga to blow up or whatever. Their one and only priority is the Japanese audience. And so oftentimes they won't either give a shit what the fuck the Westerners say or think. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, and like a lot of times, because they're only thinking about the Japanese market, like a lot of times there will be like, you know, swastikas appearing. Like for example, like Whitebeard's logo in One Piece. I mean, technically it's not a swastika. It's what the fuck is it called? It's like a sign for like peace and the sun and stuff like that in East Asian culture, and it's super, you know. Ace has a tattoo on his back, Neji's fucking curse mark, the gang in Tokyo Revengers, all of these have it, and a lot of Westerners who are completely fucking ignorant. I mean, I don't think they're completely fucking ignorant, because I understand if you haven't heard about this before, but like they will see this and think that it's some kind of fucking Nazi propaganda or some shit. It's not. It's literally like a sign for love and peace and stuff.
Yeah, but that's just a cultural difference.
Yeah, it's just a cultural difference. Like, if you go to India, you will literally see that fucking...
Company logos.
It's everywhere. It's in company logos, you know? But yeah, that's just another thing that I would say, about.
Though, even like in Japan, they are sometimes, or some manga have overpiped German.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a thing. But like when you look at like Naruto or One Piece,
they
like,
don't have it.
It's fucking pirate world. It's a fucking ninja world. It's literally like a lot of the lore in Naruto is based around Hinduism and Buddhism, and they're just using
the positive I think is they don't actually get any notice from the manga, like those who run the manga, because they actually don't notice. Because
I don't know, like these bigger series like One Piece and Naruto, like newer reprints, like what, like the old volumes have the swastikas or whatever in them, but when you buy volume 1 or like a volume of One Piece or Naruto now that should have the swastika in it, it's been changed. Like Neji's, and in the anime, Neji's curse mark is just an X, and Ace's tattoo is like just a massive cross.
Yeah.
So they do censor it, but I think that's just so that it will just be easier to market. But I know that in Tokyo Revengers, the gang has that logo on their fucking flags and shit, and that is still present in the anime. So I guess some anime decide to just make it easier to promote in the West by removing it, and some are like, fuck that. This we're primarily for the Asian audiences either way, so fuck them. But yeah, I just thought about that, and I thought that was a thing to bring up, because I feel like a lot of people, like for example, not to call anyone out here, so I'm not going to name any names, but pretty recently there was somebody in our Discord who saw, what the fuck were they saw, I think it was Tokyo Revengers, and they saw the swastika, and they were like, what the fuck is this? They've got the Nazi symbol here, and I'm like, okay, calm down, it's not the Nazi symbol. It's this East Asian thing from Hinduism and Buddhism. It's like peace and love and the sun and all that kind of stuff. See, Neji and Ace had these tattoos as well. And he was like, no, Neji's curse mark is just a cross. And I'm like, yes, because they decided to change it later on to just make it easier to market. But this is how it looked originally. And I sent him the pictures, and he was like, oh shit, thank you for educating me. Yeah. So I just felt like, let's take this time to just educate people. If you see something like that, most likely it has nothing to do with Nazis. There are some mangakas out there who have done some questionable stuff, but
definitely.
And also, like in JoJo, in the Battle Tendency Battle Tendency manga, they are referred to as Nazis. They have the swastika symbol, and Hitler is literally in the Battle Tendency manga. But in the anime, though, they have removed the swastikas and just made it like some generic symbol, and they just refer to them as Germans.
No.
Although that being said, Battle Tendency, I don't know, I don't think Araki was like sympathizing with the Nazis or anything, but it's a kind of weird thing either way, because obviously, like Joseph and Caesar, or at least Joseph, talks about the Nazis as these bad people, and he at the beginning at least he hates Stroheim, but they're kind of forced to work together.
So that's because still the other Germans do bad things in the series.
Yeah, the other Germans are fucked up. It's only Stroheim is fucking fucked up as well. All of them are fucked up. They're fucking Nazis, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird though.
Yeah, but it's like it's on the border, but I'm sure, like, yeah, but
it is what it is.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I think this topic is wrapping up now, and we've been discussing shit for quite a while, so I think it's time to wrap this episode up.
We got to play Warhammer now, so
yeah, we're gonna go home and play some Warhammer.
Maybe watch some videos.
I don't know how long we're gonna do it though, because
we should try.
Like, I want to stream tonight, since tonight, Tuesday, and Wednesday are the only nights that I can stream before I leave, because, well, Tuesday is tonight, Wednesday I work, and then Thursday I can stream again, and then Friday I leave.
Yeah.
So I really want to be able to try to stream tonight. If not, it is what it is, but I'd like to try to at least. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. I don't know why I'm talking about I want to stream tonight, because for you guys listening to this when it releases, that will
be guaranteed.
It will be far in the past. You guys will already know. It's more timeline breaking shit. Anyhow, this has been a really fun fucking episode to do. I feel like, yeah, we started this episode talking about Star Wars Visions. That feels like it was so long ago. But yeah, I'm so fucking hyped for that. I'm even more hyped for Star Wars Visions now than I was before the podcast.
Oof.
Damn, bro. Yeah. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you thought about this episode. Also, if you are hyped for Star Wars Visions or anything else we talked about, like if you're going to check out any of the underrated anime or manga, let me know what you think about that and all that good shit. And maybe there will be more content dropping after this while I'm still in Florida. If not, I will see you guys when I get back. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. This has been the Hanime Fan Club. I was your host, Shpimpasta, and joining me today has been
Hodor.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.